Warning, the stories you're about to hear are detailed accounts of shenanigans, pranks, and some mistakes that are meant to replicate the sort of discussions that veterans have when they reunite over a cold beverage and do not depict the professional daily actions of the military at large. We hope to make you laugh, but not to disrespect our proud men and women in uniform. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to Cammo Comedy, where we take a humorous look at the lighter side of military service. We got a big show for you today, but before we jump into it, if you like what we're doing here, give us a subscribe, give us a follow, whatever they call it on your podcasting platform. And while you're at it, give us a 5-star rating, write us a review, as that makes us more relevant in the algorithm and boosts the overall visibility of the show. But word-of-mouth advertising is just so powerful, so if you tell some friends, I will love you forever. Okay, let's jump into the show. I am your host, Aaron Wolf. Just as a friendly reminder to the audience, we put out a new show every single Monday, so make sure you give the notification bell a nice tap. Give it a nice tap so you don't miss a show. Joining me today is the man who taught me the only difference between hungry and horny is where you put the cucumber. Call sign Cheeks. Cheeks, thanks for being on the show today, man.
Hey, I love being here, man. I don't think I've said it in a while, but I'm really happy to be here. I'm glad with what we're doing, but with the cucumber thing, I let the cucumber tell me whether I'm hungry or horny.
Oh, is that so?
I look at it, and it depends on the size.
Is it the girth?
The girth
that really speaks to you?
Which hole to put it in. And don't forget, folks, to spread cheeks and not hate.
Fucking man. So are you ready for my first story?
Is there cucumbers in it?
There's no cucumbers, but it does involve the anus.
Okay.
I'm in. All right. So this story is an Air Force story. It takes place amongst a lot of Air Force upper echelon personnel on the enlisted side. And, once you get up to the higher ranks, there's a lot less to look forward to. You have a lot of administrative tasks. You have a lot of bureaucratic nonsense and everything like that. So a lot of these guys love to ease into their day. And there's a little bit that they can look forward to, like, hey, I'm going to come in, I'm going to get that nice cup of coffee. I'm going to take my morning shit and enjoy that. And then I'm going to get into the bureaucratic nonsense. Yeah. So there's those little windows of opportunities that you really look for to just kind of take it slow and enjoy yourself because you're looking at a busy day, right? Now, there was an Air Force chief that loved to drink, and he was a frequent victim of what is known as dads, or day after drinking shits, right?
I've never heard that term. Dads?
Absolutely. It's dads, or they call it the beer shits, or, anything like that, right?
Day after drinking shit.
And this guy was an older guy, so it would hit him, boom, all at once. And he would just, he would knock over, tables, chairs, people in the hallway to sprint down to the bathroom to take a shit.
I'm picturing one of those football drills where they hit you in the sides as he's running through.
That's how this was described. Now, from the perspective of a lot of these senior leaders, they said they would be trying to enjoy their day, enjoy their morning shit, maybe reading a news article on their phone or something like that. And then their chief would just kick into the door to the stall next to them, right? And then it would just be said it would sound like somebody was filling the toilet next to them with gravel. It was just and it stank. There was nothing that so you're okay, well, I'm done, right? It would just ruin your morning routine, right? So that was the whole thing. He would boost his hands off either side of the stall next to him, so you would start to see your stall door, your stall divider, bowing in a little bit. You're just okay. It just ruins the experience in the morning, right? You're just okay, I'm just gonna go check my email or something like that.
Man.
I can't do this. I'll come back later or something like that.
He needs medication.
Obviously.
Chief, if you're out there, go to the doctor, man. Good God, you make enough money.
Stop being a hero.
Yeah.
Don't be a hero. And here was the thing, this guy had been retired for a while, and people just remembered him for his fucking diarrhea. And,
gross.
Can you imagine being remembered for how you shit in the morning all the time?
How embarrassing.
Yeah, it's not the best thing in the world to be remembered for, but hey, man, the chief liked his beers.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, my God. Remembered for his shits.
Yes.
So I got the next story.
All right. What you got, man?
There's no cucumbers involved in this one, okay?
Thank God.
And there's no shits.
Okay.
So let me start this by saying that this is more of a troll story.
Okay.
And
I love a good troll.
I love a good troll, man.
Yeah.
It's more lighthearted than a lot of some of our stories are.
Yeah.
But this is just a dude fucking with another dude.
I'll tell you what, I've heard a lot of these stories about like different people that like to troll, and usually it takes like you have to find the right personality to troll. And that's the essence of the funny right there.
Yes.
So I'm excited.
You need both personalities to match up. You have to be. It has to be believable from the person who's doing the trolling, and the person who is being trolled has to have the personality that they're going to be gullible enough to believe it. Right. Well, this is Air Force guys on deployment in Afghanistan.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to call one guy Kev.
All right.
All right.
What up, Kev?
And Alan.
Hello, Alan.
Okay. Alan's going to be trolling Kev.
Okay.
So, Alan is from Ohio.
Okay.
Kev is from Massachusetts.
Okay. Those New England folks usually are pretty angry.
And they have sweet-ass accents, okay?
Yes,
it's
they
like
do.
My favorite part of this story
Yes, they do.
When it was being told is the accent and just the 0 to 100, right?
Right.
Well, these guys aren't 0 to, they idle at like 70, but like...
I don't know, man. Like I've been around some New England folks, and they get pissed over nothing, and they'll come right back down.
Oh, yeah.
And then they'll go right back up to 100, right back down. Like it's amazing.
So these guys are security forces, so they're working a flight line, keeping it safe and all that stuff, and they're getting relieved to go to the chow hall. They need to get their food. Okay. Well, Alan's like, hey, I'll stay here. I'm not that hungry. If you could just go in there and grab me a banana and an apple with whatever you get, that'd be great.
Okay.
So Kev's like, yeah, man, I got you. Don't worry about it.
Nice.
Kev comes back out. He's got the banana, hands it to Alan. Hey, man, appreciate it. Where's my apple? He goes, they didn't have any apples, so I got you this. And he holds out a pear.
Okay.
Alan's like, what the fuck is that? Kev looks at him and goes, it's a pear.
Oh, God.
He's like, a pear of what?
That accent alone is worth.
Yes. Right? So he looks at him, he goes, it's a pear.
It's a pear.
It's a pear.
It's fun to say, right?
It is. So he looks at him, he's like, a pear of what?
Oh, God. Yes.
So it begins.
Yes.
What do you? It's a pear, guy. It's a fruit. It's a pear fruit. You never seen a pear? Oh, it's a pear fruit. Where's the apple? They don't have any apples. I got you a pear. No, you got me a banana and whatever that is. It's a pear. Yeah, I get that. A pear of fruit. Yeah, cool. But there's only one banana in one of that. So he's just playing PAIR versus PEAR.
Nice. I love it.
This goes on more and more and more. Kev starts getting mad. Right, Alan's just going off, driving back to wherever they're going, right, onto the flight line. I just wanted a banana and an apple, and then you brought me a banana. I appreciate you doing that, but next time just come out and tell me that they don't have any apples. I'll go in there and get what I want. I don't know what this thing is. It's a fucking pear, guy. It's a pear. You never seen a fucking pear in your life? I don't understand what you're not getting here. It's a fruit. It's just like an apple. It's a pear. It's one pear. Yeah, I get it. A pear of fruit. I don't understand what you mean.
Oh, God.
And he just
keeps needling this fucking poor bastard who's not getting that he's getting fucked with.
Not at all.
Just getting really pissed.
So they pull up next to another guy who happened to also be from Ohio.
Okay. Ohio people are everywhere.
They are. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, Alan and other Ohio guy were actually roommates on this deployment. Okay. Which makes this way funnier because they know each other's personalities, right? So Kev looks at Alan's roommate. He goes, hey, you know what a pear is? And he holds it up. His roommate's like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
So real quick. So his roommate is just picking up subconsciously like, hey, I know how this guy is. I know he likes to troll people. Yep. This is a ridiculous question. I'm just going to roll with the negative of this.
That's exactly what happened. So Kev starts going off on his tangent again. It's a fucking pear. How do you not know what a pear is? What, you don't have pears in Ohio? I don't understand. You don't know what a pear is? It's a fruit, guy. It's a simple fruit, man. So he's just going nuclear, right? Alan is keeping a straight face through all of this, okay? At that point, another guy rolls up who's from Ohio.
Also from Ohio, like cockroaches.
Also from Ohio.
Yeah.
He rolls up. Kev looks at him and goes, hey, you know what this is? He goes, yeah, it's a pear.
Oh, Oh, no.
Fucking ruined.
Just busted him
right?
out. Wah, wah.
He's like, see, I knew you guys was fucking with me because he knows what a pear is, and he's from Ohio. Well, obviously, these three guys all know each other, okay?
Right.
And the guy, the
You got to start like winking or
third
something.
individual goes, oh, no, they don't have pears in Ohio. I'm originally from Indianapolis, or originally from Indiana, or wherever
Right.
it was that he was from, right? From a different state, okay?
Right.
And he's like, oh, my God, you got to be kidding me. Y'all don't know what pears are, and this guy knows what a pear is? Don't have pears in Ohio? So they kept this going for like 2 fucking hours. And this dude's just
This poor bastard is going to have a heart attack over getting trolled over pears. I love it.
They're sitting there eventually, and Alan reaches over, grabs a pear, goes, yeah, I know what pears are, and takes a bite out of it.
I was just fucking with you.
I was just fucking with you.
Now, was old boy from New England pissed?
No, he wasn't.
Was he just like, all right, fuck
it's
you,
just
motherfucker?
the big personalities, man. It's
Yeah.
just like, fuck you, guy.
I mean, when you're on deployment, you got to make your own entertainment.
Yeah.
And sometimes trolling the guy that's
Yes.
gullible is...
And it's such a lighthearted story.
yeah,
You know
how
what
are
I
you
mean?
going to get pissed about that?
Well, I mean, Kev probably had a brain aneurysm from this later, but it was funny for Alan and his friends.
Of course. Of course it was.
Yeah. I fucking love that story, though.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a pear.
It's fun to say, though.
That should be a t-shirt.
That's a pear. It's a pear.
It's a pear. We should have a t-shirt that has an apple on it,
It's a pear.
and it says it's a pear.
How are we gonna spell though with the accent?
It's got a P-E-A-R. P-E-A-H?
Pear.
Pear.
Because it's fun to say it like that.
It is fun to say it like that. Pear.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Check the merch store for Apple shirts, and it's a pear. So I got the next one as well. It's going to be an Army story, okay?
All right.
We've got another group of cats that are on deployment.
All right.
All right, some Army infantrymen. And these guys were clowns.
Okay.
All right. So these two lower enlisted guys, they were like E3s, E4s at the time.
Okay.
Absolute clowns, man. They always found their own entertainment, as you do on deployments.
Yeah, you have
And
to.
On this particular base, if you weren't in your multicams,
Your military uniform.
yeah, your military uniform, then you had to have your ID card on display.
Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
You get-
Security reasons
Right.
and stuff like that.
Well, these two ass clowns, every time they went anywhere, if you didn't have the ID displayed, they would hold out their hand, the knife hand, like the traditional Army knife hand drill sergeant, where you're like karate chopping at someone's face but not actually touching them with
Yeah.
that rigid hand.
It's a way of pointing with all of your fingers at once.
Yes, if you don't know what a knife hand is, Google it and you'll know exactly what we're talking about, okay? Well, they would run up and they would knife hand these people and they would start whistling and screaming like total dickheads, right?
Okay.
They'd be like, that's a no-go. Where's your ID, guy? So then you'd have this person like, oh, shit, fumbling around, grabbing their ID, putting it around their neck, right?
They are definitely doing a drill sergeant impression.
100%. Well, they started doing this and they got away with it for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Of course they did.
So,
Because, I mean, technically you're enforcing a rule.
yeah.
So you're kind of being a dickhead about it. But, I mean, that's, neither here nor there sometimes. Until it always comes to backfire. So I can't wait to hear.
There's always more, right? Well, one day they're walking to it was late at night. They were getting back from mission or something like that. They're either going to the gym or to the chow hall, and it's dark out.
Right.
They're walking, and it's those two dickheads, and then one of their team leaders, E5 sergeant,
right.
is behind them, right? And they're walking over to wherever they're going.
Probably minding his own motherfucking business.
Definitely minding his own motherfucking business. These two idiots decide to just start whistling and screaming at nothing.
Right.
Just because
Just
that's
'cause it
who
was
they
fun.
are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's dark out. They're just like, that's a no-go. And they're laughing like, high-fiving like dickheads, right?
Yeah.
And then out of the shadows comes a lieutenant colonel.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Lieutenant colonel ignores those two, goes straight to the E5. Starts chewing his ass up one side, down the other.
Oh.
The enemy's out there. You need to be aware of what's going on. It's quiet hours. There's no reason. Just starts giving him what for, right?
Fuck, man.
These two ass clowns are in like the shadows over here, just giggling their butts off because, because they're not in trouble. And the dude who had nothing to do with anything is getting his ass chewed by brass.
Yeah, now let's pause right there. This is how things oftentimes go in the military. If you're the higher ranking, even if you are just in the vicinity on your own business, you're the one getting yelled at. Like this is one of the things that can be very frustrating because like you're not only having to take care of your own shit, but you also kind of have to be policing some of these other shenanigans. And I would imagine if this E5 was kind of in the vicinity for a while. Like these guys, these younger jokers were probably doing this stuff for quite a while. So it just kind of blends in just to the Missigosh of the day.
And you know this lieutenant colonel they've been doing this for like 3 weeks. So you know the lieutenant colonel's heard it.
Oh, sure.
But didn't know where it was coming from, who was doing it.
Now I heard it. These dickheads.
I got you, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, they get done. Well, the sergeant gets done getting his ass chewed, right? Walks up to these two lower enlisted, and he's fed up with it. He's like, this is ridiculous. The only thing he says, he looks at him and goes, I fucking hate you guys.
Nice.
And they continue their mission to go to the chow hall or to the gym, whatever it was they were doing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. But isn't that just the way that it always seems to go?
It's good, harmless fun.
When you have a little bit of rank, you're getting yelled at for what the other dickheads are doing in your vicinity. It never fails.
Hilarious.
So, all right, man. So you ready for my next story?
Oh, yeah.
We got ourselves another 82nd Airborne story.
All right.
And we have a recurring character, Mr. Call Sign Hot Carl.
No. Really?
Yes.
Hell yes.
So for those of you in the audience who might be newer to the show, check out episode number 26 entitled Hot Carl. It features one of the funniest accidents I've ever heard of in my life where nobody comes out a winner. And it's just
you're right. No,
safe to say, right?
Yeah.
It's just fucking hilarious. And so go check out episode number 26 if you haven't listened to it already, or go review it again.
Yeah.
You know? So
did Hot Carl send this in?
It was one of his friends that sent it in on his behalf, but I've been in communication with both his friend and Hot Carl, kind of getting some of the details for this story. It's pretty fucking funny.
Does he rooster tail anyone here?
No rooster tailing on this one, but it does kind of frame out that Hot Carl's had a pretty fucking awesome life.
Yeah.
So
Hot Carl likes to party.
Yeah, man. So let me set the table here. You got the 82nd Airborne, and you got a platoon of medics that are staying in a barracks building together. Now, the 82nd Airborne were staying on the second floor, and you got the medics that were staying up on the third floor. And if I'm understanding all the details correctly, there was an infirmary on the first floor or a clinic, something of that nature that was on the first floor of this building. So 82nd Airborne and the medics were friendly. You know, they were friends. They would talk to each other, go out on the town together, get drunk, stuff like that. And every once in a while, like some of these younger guys like to economize and just it's easier and safer to get shit-faced in the barracks, right? So Hot Carl, and we're going to call this other guy Medic Mike, they decided one Friday night that they're going to get shit-faced in the barracks together. Now, I will remind you that Hot Carl is 6'6", 275-pound jacked motherfucker. And Medic Mike is just a regular-sized guy, right?
Yeah.
So Hot Carl's having the time of his life just getting drunk in the barracks, and he's noticing that there's, you know, a difference in their physiques, and he think it would just be hilarious to grip up Medic Mike and just like, come here, you. No. Then he buzzes off one of Medic Mike's eyebrows while holding him down, right?
No!
Now, let's pause right there. There's no way that you can just enter a room with one fucking eyebrow and not look like a total dick face. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A dick face.
Exactly. I mean, what the fuck would you describe it as? Like, you walk into a room, you've got one fucking eyebrow, like that tends to draw the eye. Like, hey man, what the fuck is up with your fucking eyebrow?
You're missing with your face, man.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, you don't have a pair of eyebrows.
No, like everybody is going to notice. Everybody's going to ask 1,000 questions, and you're just not going to look cool. You're going to look kind of like, you know, The Rock did that thing with like the raised one eyebrow. You only have the one eyebrow, but you're just going to look like this. Yeah, you're going to look like ridiculous for like several weeks, right? As this thing's growing back. Now, so that begs the question. Do you leave the one eyebrow? Do you shave both and try to play it off like you had some kind of a experiment in the lab that went awry or something like that?
Well, the question is it better to look like you're curious about something or always surprised?
It's a tough call. It's a tough call. I'm not clear exactly what Medic Mike decided to do.
I think I would keep the one eyebrow.
It might be the move.
Yeah.
But
because
it could
you
go
can at
either
least
way.
be like, no, my friend's a dick.
Yes, you can always be like, that guy fucked me. Right? So a couple days go by. You know, this was on like a Friday night or something like that. Now, Monday was somewhat of a down day. So about the middle of the day, Hot Carl is in his barracks and he is taking a little bit of a nap. One of his supervisors, a sergeant, comes by and says, hey, Hot Carl, there's some kind of a problem with your shot record, and you're going to need to make sure you go down to the clinic, get that taken care of, because you got to be in a deployable status to be in the 82nd Airborne, right? Yeah. Hot Carl's kind of coming out of a nap, and he's groggy, not really thinking a ton about it. He's just like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just go take care of my shot record. So he goes down to the clinic, walks in the door, and as he goes through that first door, there are 10 medics waiting on him, and they yell, now! And they just storm this giant of a man, Hot Carl, and they knock him down. They put him onto a stretcher, and then all of a sudden, they pull out duct tape, and they duct tape this guy down. Like, they knew that Hot Carl was a beast of a guy.
Yeah.
So they came ready with 10 dudes, duct tape. They duct tape him down to this stretcher. They duct tape his mouth closed.
Yes.
And then they...
Oh, got his ass.
shave off one of Hot Carl's eyebrows.
Fuck
now,
yeah.
it does not stop there, unfortunately.
Really?
And the medics put a sign on his chest that says, don't fuck with medics.
Hell
right?
yeah.
Then they wheel him down the hallway and set him outside of the captain's office, right? So now he's going to have to try to explain this. So they set up the stretcher outside the captain's office. The captain kind of glances outside and just like, okay. Captain was somewhat of a laid-back guy, so he kind of scurries over to the window and just pulls the blind. He's like, well, this is none of my business, right?
Yeah, nothing to see here.
This guy obviously has been around medics or airborne enough to know, like, okay, this is just some bullshit shenanigans. I don't want any part of this. Like, they're going to have to sort it all out themselves, right?
Yeah.
So, flash forward a couple minutes later, a bunch of 82nd Airborne guys are up on the second floor of this barracks. Their sergeant comes over to him like, hey, could you guys go down to the infirmary and help out Hot Carl? And they're like, I mean, I guess, what's the situation though? Like, why can he come up here? Like, we're just kind of chilling. Like, Sergeant's like, look, just go down there and help him out, right? Like, I don't want to get into a lot of details here, but just like, he needs your help.
Because he's obviously seen the state in which Hot Carl is in.
Yes. And those upper enlisted guys know, like, I don't want to get too involved. Yep. Like, you know, like, I don't need
plausible deniability.
Exactly. Like, look, this is a job for the lower enlisted guys. So the lower enlisted guys go find their buddy that's duct taped to this fucking stretcher, sign that says, don't fuck with medics, missing an eyebrow. You got the fucking duct tape over his mouth. So as you can well imagine, these 82nd Airborne guys are not going to tolerate this being the final answer to this story. Right. It doesn't matter how this came to pass, right? But like, these 82nd Airborne guys are like, so they immediately start plotting their revenge. They get Hot Carl, cut loose and the stretcher put away, and they go back up minding their own business.
That before they did that, they carried him back to their barracks when they were plotting.
Is that right?
That's what I like to think.
So they get back up. This is like happening on a Monday, right? So the 82nd Airborne, like I said, it was more of a down day. So they go upstairs and plot their revenge. Tuesday morning, they have PT. PT, for those of you in the United States who might not know, is just your morning exercises, right? Now, you're going to have each platoon is going to be responsible for their own shit. So you've got the 82nd Airborne, they're going to take care of their own exercises, and you got the medics, they're going to take care of their own exercises, right? So the 82nd Airborne decide they're cutting their PT short that morning. So they get out there, exercise, and they scurry back to the barracks. Now, remind you, 82nd Airborne is on the second floor. Medics are on the third floor, right?
Yep. I see where this is going.
They set up an ambush, right? The 82nd Airborne. Now, if you guys can imagine, this is a lot like in a hotel where you have a stairwell, you'll have landings, and then you're going to have a door on that landing that goes to a hallway, and each individual barracks room is going to be off that hallway, right? Yeah. So the 82nd Airborne sets up their ambush position right by the door that's on the second floor, because they know that the medics are going to have to pass the second floor to get up to the third floor, right? So they listen. Now, when the medics finish their PT, they're coming back onesies and twosies, not really thinking about anything. Yeah. So once they hear the medics hit that landing, they burst through the door, swarm them, scoop them up, pull them onto the floor.
They kidnap them into their barracks. No!
And then they take one eyebrow per medic, right?
One eyebrow per medic.
Yes. So they do this, and they're going to hold each one of those medics there so that the next group comes up, and they're none the wiser, right? Like, they're not going to let them go until they go through the entire platoon.
Yeah.
Or I guess they said it was like 80 to 85% of the platoon that they got.
That's amazing.
So, flash forward to Wednesday morning. Their sergeant had to come out and be like, all right, everybody, cut the shit. I don't know what this war you guys got going on with the medics, but it fucking ends now. Like, everybody's missing an eyebrow. It's fucking starting to not get funny anymore. I'm getting questions from up the chain of command. Oh, cut the shit.
I'm picturing them all standing in formation, all missing an eyebrow like an idiot.
Yeah, like you got the 80-second guys, I think maybe just, it was Hot Carl, maybe a couple other guys, and then you had like all of the medics that were missing their fucking eyebrows. Yeah. So like, when you start to have platoons worth of people that have one fucking eyebrow or no eyebrows, like, command is going to start to get involved, and this is a stupid fucking problem to have. And like, as like the middle or higher enlisted, like, how are you going to fucking explain this? Right. Be like, I don't know. One guy got drunk one night, and then like he took an eyebrow, and then another guy took an eyebrow, and then it started spinning out of control. So there was a truce. Yeah. There was a truce between the medics and the 82nd Airborne at this time, right? But that's how Hot Carl ran through about 80 to 85% of the medics' eyebrows at one point in his life.
Oh, God.
This is the awesome kind of shenanigans that you would hear about, that like one stupid little thing, balloons, snowballs, escalates, like, and there is a, like we've covered on the show before, there is one-upsmanship, and there is definitely like friendly rivalries that are between like different platoons or different squadrons, things of this nature. When somebody gets one over on you that big, like taking off an eyebrow, like that's definitely going to escalate to these ridiculous places. But
without question,
it makes for great stories.
You have to pay for that.
Thank you for sharing. Thanks, Hot Carl. Glad you're a recurring character.
I can't wait to hear more from Hot Carl, man.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, thanks for checking out the Cammo Comedy Show Podcast. If you like what we're doing here and you want to participate in this community, there are many different ways that you can contribute. First and foremost, tell somebody about the show. Word of mouth advertising is very powerful, and we really appreciate you for helping us out. If you have any funny military stories of your own or know somebody who does, with their permission, of course, you can contribute those stories via email at stories@cammocomedy.com. That's stories, STORIES, at CAMMOCOMEDY.com. Or if you're not too good at the internet, drop us a voicemail at area code 531-222-6146. That's area code 531-222-6146. That's right, we're giving away our phone number. We want funny military stories from all eras. So if you're not from a generation that's heavily online, we don't want there to be a barrier for participation. We have a lot of big plans for this show, and building this community to support veterans, we will announce here soon, so stay tuned. All right, I'm going to go have a nice spicy bowl of chili. Later.